Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you two awesome things. One of them is going to be how to use our new add-on that will release on July 21st, but you can get it right now at 40% off. So go ahead to blenderbros.com/materialworks and lock your purchase. The second thing is I want to show you how to retexture your old models to give them a bit of a newer look and drop them on your portfolio to kind of refresh it. Alright, so you don't have to really model, new things, but you can just give them a new feel. So we're gonna grab a plane here and drop a plane on the bottom. I'm gonna be using add-ons because it's quicker. I'm using Hardops, Box Cutter, machine tools, and of course Materialworks. So the usual suspects, okay? All the links are in the description, so go ahead and grab them. We're gonna be nuking these mats, so click here and just nuke the mats, and then Ctrl I to invert the selection, and we're gonna apply this no mat situation to everything, okay? Cool, so we got it locked in. Now, usually before I, start texturing or doing anything, I'm kind of trying to figure out where the camera should be. So page down with machine tools, cam to view. We're gonna lock it at 135 mils, so a bit of a compressed look, and we're going to, I wanna make sure that this device is really visible. So I'm going to really zoom in on it and kind of fill the frame with it, Now when we're gonna be framing, let's just unlock it a little bit, and I'm going to kind of position it a little bit higher in the frame. So we got some opening here, quite close on the left and the right hand side. That's cool. This is looking good to me. So page down, unlock from view. And by the way, page down, you need to go to machine tool settings here and enable it. I think it's called view pies menu, okay? I have two massive videos on machine tools, so if you don't know how to use it, go ahead and watch it. If you don't know how to install Materialworks, no worries, the video is included with the add-on, so once the add-on drops, if you bought it, you're gonna be able to very easily use it. It's super simple, guys, okay? I'm going to open end panel, go to Materialworks, and these are all my mats, 50 mats at the moment, split into categories. So let's go back to render view. I want some kind of like a darker sort of a metallic color here, maybe even plastic. I haven't decided yet, but let's go with metals. We have quite a lot of different metals. This graphite steel is fantastic. Also coated titanium is brilliant. It's kind of like a slightly shiny sort of a thing. Now you have two options with this add-on. You can either choose the UV unwrap, so you're gonna have to introduce some seams, or you can switch to blend mode. Now blend mode is a fantastic feature which allows you to blend, it's a triplanar blending of textures. If you know how it works in Substance Painter, this is kind of the same thing. It was coded by proxy and it's just brilliant. So what it does, it kind of blends, all these kind of seams that you will be normally seeing. Let me show you Shift-I, and let's grab a sphere here, and I'm gonna drop a different material. For example, let's grab this one, right? And then if I'm going to reduce the blend to 0, you can see clearly, and there's a seam here. So you can just, blend it like that, and all is peachy, all right? So let's just nuke that. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna stick to blend. This is really fantastic. You can, of course, adjust the scale if you want to. You can also change the resolution if, your computer is struggling. I'm gonna stick to 4K because I like quality. So here we need some rubber. We have a lot of different rubbers as well, and they're really awesome. We could go with, for example, this perforated rubber, which is kind of interesting, and drop let's just switch to blend, and we're gonna drop the scale a bit. I think it's gonna look really cool, something like this. That looks awesome. Gives it a bit of depth, and we can actually copy it in here to this element. Now you don't really have to go to material tabs. You don't need to go there. You can do it in here. So if I click this mod and shift click this mod, I can go here and easily copy this through through the Materialworks panel here. Okay, you can copy it over there. And also probably I'm gonna get this rubber here as well, so we're gonna copy that. So shift click and copy, right? Now this one could be metal or something else. We'll think about it. This one could be different rubber. We could go with, for example, synthetic rubber. So we could go with that and just reduce the scale. Also, this is a cable, right? We could actually go with a seam here. Probably gonna be better. So mark seam. And then, you can actually even enable live unwrap under, where the fuck was this shit? Oh, it's in edit mode. Heal, rough, unwrap. There you go. So it's gonna unwrap, you know, in real time. Okay. You know, in such cases, I think that UV unwrap is better than blend. So you can stick with that. You know, change the scale a little bit, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, we can actually even add some subdivision here to it. I think this grain is still too large. Make it really small. There we go. That's a nice, you know, dark rubber. Here we have a screen. We have a special mat for a screen. It's called matte screen, and I think it's under here on the plastic. So matte screen, boom, right? And the same thing. Just use a blend, and you got your screen. This is a framing. We could actually separate this. So select this one here, and then Control Plus to, you know, isolate it, right? Kind of like this, maybe. Okay, there we go. And we can actually add some color to it. So let's just grab this screen, shift this in here, and I'm going to add some metal, like maybe machined steel to it, okay? And I'm going to copy that here. So go here, and we're going to add more mats. We're gonna click on machined steel and assign, and we're gonna delete that. There you go. That looks really cool. Kind of offsets the screen a little bit, and we could kind of use the same mat here, you know, for these. So we could just, you know, go with the machined steel here. So machined steel, and we could actually copy this in here as well. There we go. And the same here, maybe, you know, just use a machined steel. In fact, we could do it on these bits as well. So here, copy that here, boom, right? Fantastic. This one could be glass, so we could go to glass and click on canopy. Now, glass comes with alpha texture, so you can, by default, is opaque, but you can reduce the alpha and it's gonna be transparent. So we could do, for example, something like this, you know, Shift D this and scale it, okay, on individual. So Shift S, origin to geometry, and then scale it on individual here, right? And I could make this one transparent, okay? So drop the alpha here, right, like this. And the one in the middle, okay, we can make it of a different color. So for example, maybe a white metal or something, or maybe copper, right? And you're gonna be able to see that through that, which just looks pretty awesome, right? And you can of course change the color of the mats. So you could, you know, you could make it bluish if you wanted to. If you really want to push the color, you can go to 10 here on the scale. That looks really awesome. But I kind of prefer grayscale, you know, just, you know, looks better for me. We also add some metal here too as well. I think it's gonna look a bit better. So we could also assign the machine steel here. Grab this one and assign. And I think it's gonna look a bit better. Yeah, it looks really cool. Kind of offsets this handle here. Now I already have decals on this model, so I'm gonna just simply turn them on, and we're gonna, you know, switch a few things. Like this, for example, could be blue. I think it's gonna look better. There we go. And the rest is cool. And we're gonna also add some background. Now we got some really cool stuff for backgrounds, like for instance, you know, kind of industrial floors, like this. Of course, you can make it smaller, right? Then we could add this kind of a material for the floor, which is also brilliant, right? Something like this. There's so many to choose from, you know. You could make it a really black matte if you wanted to, or, you know, go some coated white matte, which is also cool. We want something more reflective, you know, maybe reflective plastic. That looks actually pretty badass. So let's go with this one. And where's our camera? Our camera is here. And there you go, you know, very simple. Now, we have a lighting coming from the other side, so we can just adjust the lighting a bit here. So let's go to shader editor, let's go to world. So we're working with the edge rise from Alexential. We're actually distributing 6 of these with the add-on. We got a permit from Alex to do that. And you know, you can grab professional quality edge rise for your models to, you know, properly lit your models. We kind of chose the ones that we think, you know, they go very well with sci-fi projects. So here, you know, that will do, but I kind of think I need some, I need to open this a little bit on the front. So I might actually grab a plane here and add more light from the front. It's called basically reflector. So you're gonna reflect light back onto my model. I'm gonna add some matte to it, make it rough and move it closer. As long as you don't clip into the camera view, you're fine. And it's gonna open this front here of this model. You know, that's a decal as well. It's a bit big, to be honest, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I kind of don't like that. I'm gonna delete that. I think empty here is gonna really be better. Now, the only thing I don't like is that this handle here is kind of blending with the environment. So maybe what I'll do is I switch it to rubber here, like that. I think it's gonna be better. There you go. And this one could be something darker. Let's go back to metal, and I think maybe I'm gonna grab the midnight steel. Yeah, there you go. We could even make it darker, you know, or just really dark, you know, kind of like that, to really offset this handle against this white background here. Probably gonna be looking better. Okay, so that's good. And let's just go to render, and you know, 300 samples, the noise, that's fine. Render this image and see what we're gonna get. So like I said, guys, the promotion ends on 21st of July, and this is where the Material Works add-on is going to be released. So if you want to lock it in at 40% off, this is your chance to do it. Head off to blenderbros.com/materialworks. The mats are super high quality, created by a pro artist in Substance Designer according to our instructions. So you know, this is exactly what we wanted. They are not just some random mats. We literally worked on every single material separately with the artists, and you know, to make sure that they're fine-tuned and to our expectations and requirements. You know, we already have ideas on how to push this add-on further with some new interesting features. So we're definitely gonna be, you know, doing something in that direction. Well, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.